A liberal coating of engine degreaser will give the steam cleaner extra purchase on all this muck. The steam cleaner I'm using is a top-of-the-range, powerful model. If you want a higher one, then they're around £30 a day. And now for the fun bit. The dirt is certainly shifting, but it's not until I've got the car dried out that I'll get to see what condition the engine bay is really in. Well, now we've got the muck back in the workshop, it's clear to see that wash and brush up has made all the difference. Yep. Unfortunately, as I expected, I can now see loads of stuff that needs further attention. And this battery tray is a case in point. A little bit of acid may have leaked out of the battery, is eaten through the paint, and then started to corrode the steel beneath. Now, thankfully, it can be saved. But first of all, what I need to do is just remove the worst of the rust with a brush and a bit of sandpaper. Then I'm going to go over it with some rust remedy, and then, just for a final top coat, a little bit of stone chip. It is a vital part. Straight away, of course, the coolant that's inside would then end up spilling all over our nice clean engine. So container just through there. I'm just now going to sacrifice this pipe because I'm also going to chuck it anyway. This way. It's that moment of truth once again.
Okay, Paul, can you put the side lights on, please? Very smart. Okay, now the brake lights. Quite literally brilliant. And now the indicators. Fab. Look at that, they all work. Brilliant.
Now, while I'm waiting for the new parts to come back from the paint shop, I thought I might as well just crack on and remove the old grille and the damaged bumper, so when the new parts turn up, they can go straight on. I'm expecting the freshly sprayed light bezels, grille and second-hand bumper to arrive at any time, so I'm keen to get this stripping down, done and dusted. But there's always one bolt that refuses to play ball.
Well, it's all going well until now, but it seems this little chap doesn't want to budge. I think perhaps a bit of heat.
Access for tools is good. The G is a heavy-duty hand-built motor, and I love it because anyone with a decent toolkit can get to grips with it. Sure, parts prices are high, but if you can tackle a job like this at home, then you can save at least £100 on labour.
That's much better. All right, Paul, nearly there. Can you give us a hand, please, mate?
Next is the facelift grille. I'm slightly nervous this non-Merc part will need a lot of fitting, but it goes on like a dream, and I sold the old grille for £40 online.
Well, that looks very smart.
Good day, driver. Good day, driver.
Hello, mate.
The freshened up light bezels complete the look, and the G is ready to roll. 21st century style.
Well, look at that. But first glance, it would seem that our G-Wagon is a current year model. So whoever buys this vehicle is going to end up with something that looks like a brand new car for a lot less money. But I've still got loads to do, so join me after the break when I swap out that nasty steering wheel and deal with that tired interior.
And now Ed is turning his attention to the stylish interior.
Well, this interior has definitely benefited from a bit of a vacuum clean. The carpet underneath is pretty good condition, but unfortunately, that centre console, as you may remember, is looking a little bit tatty, which is why Mike had stripped and revamped it. Set it down.
Hello, mate.
What is ridiculous?
Hello there.
Now these seats were covered in loads of marks and snags and even some more serious damage. Now we're never going to get them perfect. I did manage to find a company on the internet who do seat refurbishment, and they did charge me 300 quid, but they've done a pretty good job and they saved me a whole lot of time. Remember that some 90s cars have multiple airbags, so if you're thinking of swapping out a steering wheel or removing seats, check first that you aren't going to set off the airbag system. Well, the facelift on the outside of this car was a huge success, and I'd say the same for the interior now too. Everything is showroom fresh and ready for a new rollout. The G-Wagon is there to.
The G-Wagon is currently enjoying massive worldwide popularity, and our classic version has been updated to benefit from that same on-road buzz. Whoever buys this car better be used and caught in the sea. I started the ball rolling by knocking over £2 off the asking price of this high-spec motor.
Brilliant! Just put this on the G-Wagon.
And like what you saw when I walked it back, but I was soon in the doghouse when oil started pouring onto his pristine workshop floor. Luckily, it was a Speedo drive sim and not the pricey and complex transfer box. The G is clearly been off-road at some point, but the road expert is staring in the face every time they are on it, so Ed's steam clean the engine bay and did some necessary tidying up. The big job was to turn this 1990s front end into a facelift for the 21st century. A new grille and bumper and colour-coded paint job did the job up front. New LED lights brought the rear up to spec. Finally, Ed put the clamps back in the classic interior, fitting the polished wood, upgrading the steering for what with leather trim, and sorting the seats. But all this work hasn't come cheap. What's the final cost? Well, I did get a good start with that low purchase price, but the facelift parts were well over £1,000, and when you add in the paint and the interior costs, we're looking at a total spend of just under £11,500. Ed, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, are you alright?
Alright. I'm ecstatic. Look at the glare back, and it's absolutely superb.
Do you like the new look front end?
Like the new look front end, I love it. When I went and bought the parts, I didn't imagine it would turn out quite as good as that. That's 10 times better than I would have hoped. A lot more saleable as well.
That's fantastic. I mean, the interior is pristine as well. In fact, I've given this G-Wagon a lot of care and attention, and I really love the end design.
Well, how do you fancy me and you taking our roughly tufty 4x4 out on a special test drive so we can see what the big G is capable of?
Well, it sounds interesting, but you've got to promise me we're not going to get it muddy, because this car is 100% ready for sale. I don't want to get it even a little bit dirty.
Come on, Ed. Trust me. This is Mercedes-Benz World, a high-tech facility where owners get to learn how to drive their cars fast. But we're not testing the G here. Oh no, we're going across the road to... Muddy World, where the water is axle deep. There's 1 in 4 inclines to tackle. And ruts you could lose a car in. Come on, Ed, we couldn't let a legendary off-roader like this go without giving it a proper bit of mud plug-in. So I do apologise, because this immaculate motor is going to get pretty dirty.
Well, it is a lot of fun being bounced around on this specially made off-road circuit. So I don't mind too much, but on the way home we will be finding it down with the jet wash. It won't be me, but you cleaner.
I totally agree. I'll get bored. Nearly 2 decades old, everything we've thrown at it, it seems to go for it with ease, really. Except for the fact. This is never going to get there. Yeah, okay, let's give it a go. Steady, nice and gently. Let's use the power of this fantastic Mercedes four-wheel drive system and the engine.
to that colour-coded front end. I think it's really made this car stand out in the marketplace. But the question is, are we going to make any bucks out of it?
Well, you know, G-Wagons are ever popular, and a car with refreshed face look like this one, I reckon it's going to attract attention.
So what kind of money are you thinking of pitching it at them?
Well, I reckon we can go for mid-teens, and you never know, I might find somebody who's prepared to give a bit more than that for it as well.
Well, that's great. What a great day. All we have to do now is find a garage with a jet wash.
Or go for this water splash one more time. That's my car. Well, we did get the big G polished up after that day of pump plug-in. Doesn't it look great? Do you know what I bought at 13 grand? This been a fly out the workshop. But to be honest with you, the call's been a bit thin on the ground. I've had 4 offers so far, and they range between £9,500 and £10,000, and that's just not good enough. When I was beginning to lose a bit of hope, a little ray of sunshine popped into my inbox. I've had an email from a guy called George. Now, George lives in Cyprus, and he's offered me £12,000 for the car with a £2,000 cash deposit, and you can't say fairer than that. So I've got some good news for you, George. The car is yours. The G-Wagon is sold. A sale price of £12,000 gives us just over £500 profit. I hope for more, but at this stage, I'll take any profit I can. And I wish this chap George in Cyprus all the best with a cracking car. If you want to see us tackle more big challenges, turning rusty rags into shining classics, then join me and Ed soon on Wheeler Dealers. Ta-ra!
Sense technology, it automatically washes when you push forward and dries when you pull back. Simple. And to help your car is dry as easy as just switch to dry open. Vax Platinum Smart Wash kills over 99% of bacteria. And Auto Mix means you're always using the perfect mix. Flex Force Brush Bars deliver powerful cleaning force to shed stains and smells, effortlessly outperforming the UK's leading rental. And its stretch hose is perfect for sofas, stairs and carpet areas too, leaving everything deep clean and smelling fresh. Ready for the next mess? The amazing Vax Platinum Carpet Washer range. Order direct from just £249 and get a free steam lamp with every purchase. Payment options at vax.co.uk. When life gets messy, get Vax.
What's your first thought? What's the first thing you'd do? When you think you need A&E, go to 111 online first. We'll help you better, and if needed, a healthcare professional will call you. Just visit 111 online first.
Thousands on top, you get. Makes it good. If we can turn back that clock, well, who makes better clocks than the Swedish? Oh, that's the Swiss, isn't it? What a fantastic year. I appeared. The Beatles, they dominated the charts all over the world. And Volvo gave us one of the world's greatest all-time cars. Car in question, the Volvo Amazon. Now the Amazon come in a few different flavours. You had the 2-door, the 4-door, or the estate car, and 2 engine sizes. A 1.6 which was called the B16 and a 1.8 the B18. I found one that's got the sweet spot. It's got a B18 engine, 4-speed. However, it's not the desirable 2-door version, it's the less desirable 4-door version. It's the perfect car to get started in the classic car world. And at the price this one's being offered at, just $4,000, well, it's too good to pass up. Now, Brian, the seller, has been really truthful with me. He lives up in Washington State, and he says that the car, I can't drive it because the clutch doesn't work and the brakes are really too old and too iffy. He does say that the car runs, which is good, so I'm not expecting it to
Could you
be
imagine
Traffic is like almost the worst driving I've ever
and it
experienced.
hasn't got any holes in it. And if it's what I want, then it could be treasure. in this Amazon. Hey! How you doing? You Brian?
Yeah, Mike.
Brian, how you doing? Very nice to meet you.
Oh, my God, that was
Great, you got it running.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it started for you.
That is fantastic. Right, run.
It runs.
All right, well, do you mind turning it off? We can turn this off. We'll have a chat about it. No signs of accident damage. It looks
Ah, yeah.
to original,
Hello.
actually. There's been some animals living under it.
Hello,
at some
mate.
point.
You do come in barns.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. So, tell me about it.
Well, it was my wife's 16th birthday present.
No way. Well, is it always been kept in a barn?
It has been kept in a barn, undercover, barn or garage, so no rust on this thing.
Yeah. Inside, the seats are a little bit beaten up. Dashboard's a little bit funky. Lovely big original Volvo steering wheel. And there's no carpet. I'll tell you what is good, right? It's the stuff that you can see. Things like
God, we'll never get there at this rate.
door handles, the headlamp beauty rings, that grille at the front and rear bumper. They are in really good condition. And the fact that this is a four-door means it's a car that you can share. It's a proper family car. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling.
Dear me, this is jolly well unacceptable.
Bumper at the back is good, except for the weekend. Probably pull out.
Hello, lad. Morning, sweetie.
It's got the original spare.
Good day, driver.
And it's got the hubcaps as well.
Oh,
Your books, the original Volvo books, and nice little badge. Some kind of Sonic Club, which it belonged to. No doubt all the mechanics were repaired for free on this car at some point in exchange for a chicken or a goat. Well, maybe. Right, would you mind if I just had sort of 5 minutes to my own, just to get it in my head and to think about it, and we'll have a catch-up chat. Top man, thanks, Brian. Right, okay. What a car. It's just you have work that needs to be done. Obviously, the suspension. Yeah, look at it. It bounces up and down too many times on a push. Brian's only asking $4,000, around £3,000 for it. Okay then, Brian.
What do you think?
You want just $4,000 for it? Would you take £3,500 for it?
No, I think you'll do right now.
Yeah. Top class. Perfect. Just bought myself. Love it. Sorry to disturb you, but I have brought you a gift.
It's an Amazon. God, if I'd have known you were bringing an Amazon in, I'd have rolled out the red carpet, got some fireworks out, opened up a bottle of champagne, I'd even have little guys in red tunics with massive trumpets, little flags on the end. Some of those.
I know. And it's our Volvo Amazon. Why not just give me a hug instead, eh? How good is that? So this is our Volvo 122 Amazon. Right, well, these drive amazingly. I mean, they use these in historic rallying. It's got such a huge rally pedigree. They drive fantastic. They're so much fun. They're great in that. I couldn't tell you. But I would imagine it's going to be alright. I mean, clutch doesn't work. The brake's going to be dodgy. It runs. But I've never driven it. You've never driven it?